This is the thing about Islam. Islam cannot exist without the Bible. The author or authors of Quran assume that the readers or the hearers already know the biblical narrative. That's when you read the Quran, and that's why all of us, when we read it, we're already filling out the details because of our knowledge of the Bible. But if you take this book and you give it to someone on an island who's never read the Bible and heard the Christian stories or Jewish stories, they won't know what the hell is going on here.
So I read it once. I have the Daktok version, the Generous Quran.
Yeah.
And I read the first 7 chapters. It took me 5 days to read the first 7 chapters. I was so discombobulated and confused reading it that I could not focus, because you're reading one verse about Adam being righteous, and then like destruction is happening, and then Abraham, and then all of a sudden Adam and Eve are back, and it's just all over the place. It's so discombobulating. It's like you don't need drugs. Just read the Quran.
Exactly. So you hit it on the nail. I swear to you guys, if I were to give the Quran to somebody and they didn't know the Bible, they didn't know Jewish or Christian traditions, because most of the Quran stories don't come from the Bible. It comes from Jewish Christian traditions, the retelling of them, or even Gnostic apocryphal sources, right? You will not have an idea who the hell is Job. You won't know, because if you don't know the Bible, what you can't tell. Here, if, for example, even with Jesus, if I ask you in the Quran, what year was Jesus born? You can't tell. It doesn't say. Where did he minister? The Quran doesn't tell you. Was he in Israel? Quran doesn't tell you. Right? Was he in where was he? He was sent to the children of Israel, but where are they? Because even the word Jerusalem does not appear in the Quran.
So the whole foundation of Muhammad is that he expects the reader to have some general understanding of Christian tradition.
Yes.
But then they completely dismiss all of Christianity.
Exactly. Not only Christian tradition, Jewish tradition, and the fables of the Arabs. Yes, exactly. And then they'll tell you the Bible's corrupt. Well, okay, that's why I say, okay, I've done this on my stream. I say, okay, without ever appealing to my Bible, don't appeal to it. What's the name of Adam's wife from the Quran? The Quran doesn't say. What are the names of Adam's sons, and which one killed the other? The Quran doesn't give their names and doesn't tell you who killed who, because there's stories in chapter 5. If you read 27 to 32, go read it, see. But don't read Muslim translations that put words in English or in brackets or parentheses to help you understand. You got to get a good, like Osama Dakdok tries to be literal, Arbery tries to be literal, Pickthall tries to be literal. This translation you read was a garbage, was a lie.
Yeah, I have the Dakdok open, but the way that it says a PDF in my computer, so I can't jump from verse to verse.
Yeah, if you can then maybe change that translation. If you have Arbery or Pickthall, even Yusuf Ali, they're good. They're doable. Because a lot of the translations...
I know Christian Prince, when I used to watch his streams up until a few weeks ago or months ago, he was using Quran Wow, and I don't know which version he was using on here though.
By the way, Charles is backstage. I don't know if you want to let him in.
Again, dude, please, I'm not here to talk about free grace, dude. You want to talk to him? Go ahead. I'm here to talk about Islam. Let's go if you want to. These guys.
Charles, is it going to be about...
No, Charles, please,
I'll just
brother.
ask.
I know you love me, but, I can't live with you, buddy. You're married and homosexual. I'm just kidding, brother. I know he's like, just kidding. Sometimes my jokes are silly. Anyway, if you open up, what translation is that? It should show you. Don't use anything other than Pickthall, Yusuf Ali, or even Arbery. The other translations are all garbage.
Yeah, Charles is pretty good at staying on topic. So
he's good. He's outstanding, but I'm not interested in discussing him because I don't.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna bring up anything. I think he wants to talk about Islam. That's what he said.
So. Oh, okay, good. Let him come on. Okay, now chapter. What did I say? 5, right? Open up chapter 5. Now watch here. Watch. We're gonna have now. Remember, guys,
Charles.
Here's what I want you to focus on.
All right.
Here's what I want you guys to focus on. Don't presuppose the biblical background. Don't read what you know of the Bible, because your mind automatically is going to fill in the details. Don't do that. Don't help the Quran out. Just read it as if someone's coming to it and you don't know anything about the Bible. So Yusuf Ali, chapter 5, you're going to go and start reading 27:32.
27 to 32.
Yeah, this Yusuf Ali, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Now, don't assume the Bible. That's what I tell Muslims. I go, don't quote my Bible. Answer the questions from your Quran. Now read.
But recite unto them with truth the tale of the two sons of Adam, how they offered each a sacrifice, and it was accepted from the one of them, and it was not accepted from the other. The one said, I will surely kill thee. The other answered, Allah accepteth only from those who ward off evil. Even if thou stretch out thy hand against me to kill me, I shall not stretch out my hand against thee to kill thee. Lo, I fear Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Lo, I would rather thou shouldest bear the punishment of the sin against me and thine own sin, and become one of the owners of the fire. That is the reward of evildoers. But the other's mind imposed on him the killing of his brother, so he slew him and became one of the losers. Then Allah sent a raven scratching up the ground to show him how to hide his brother's naked corpse. He said, Woe unto me! Am I not able to be as this raven and so hide my brother's naked corpse? And he became repentant. For that cause we decreed for the children of Israel that whosoever killeth a human being for other than manslaughter or corruption in the earth, it shall be as if he had killed all mankind. And whoso saveth the life of one, it shall be as if he had saved the life of all mankind. Our messengers came unto them of old with clear proofs of Allah's sovereignty, but afterwards, lo, many of them became prodigals in the earth.
Okay. Who are the sons of Adam? What are their names?
So
doesn't
the
tell us.
first two born are the Cain and Abel.
No, but he said, don't assume the Bible. We
It
don't know.
doesn't say.
I know what you're saying, but it doesn't say it
You
here.
know, our
That's
friend-
why I started laughing when.
Yeah, you know, our
Yeah,
friend,
sorry.
what I'm not is he's got, brother, can I pray over you because you don't listen carefully? You're lucky you're not on my channel because I'd have blocked you already.
He's still
I'll
blocked.
block,
What did I just say?
I'll block myself.
Brother, what did I just say? I said, do not assume the biblical. This guy did the very thing I said not to do. Why don't you just go to the mosque and help the imams?
I'm telling you, I get when I read from their book, I get discombobulated.
Okay, so where do you see the names of the sons of Adam?
It is not there.
So which
There's,
son killed who?
We don't know.
Exactly. Stop bailing out the Quran, brother. I'm trying to help you to destroy the Quran. You're, oh, Cain and Abel.
Well, I will tell you this: the where it says that they sent a raven to show him how to hide the body. That sounds something very typical to a Jewish rabbinical, like,
Exactly. You caught it. This
So-
comes from a Jewish tradition that
yeah.
Adam and Eve, when they saw the dead body, they wept. They didn't know how to bury it, and they saw a bird bearing its young. But now it's not Adam and Eve, it's the brother doing it. So yeah, you got it. So, but my point is, don't bail out the Quran. I don't let the Muslims get away with it. I say, okay, what are the names? When they tell me can't, I go, where did you get that from? I don't see their names there. Who killed who? Now, in Islamic tradition, it's even stupid. The names are Habil and Kabil. Kabil is supposedly Cain. Where the hell you get Kabil from Cain?
That's in their traditions, not in the
Yeah, that's
actual
tradition.
writing. So it would be in the
Habil, yes.
hadiths or the tafsirs.
Yeah, the Islamic commentaries. Habil, okay, you can get Habil from Abel, but Kabil, that's not Cain's name. Cain, that's not. You don't get Kabil from
But
Cain.
they immediately destroy themselves, because the moment that a Muslim tells you their names are Cain and Abel, and Cain killed Abel, the moment they say that, they have to admit the Christian Bible to be true.
I want
And
to
if
kiss
you
you, brother.
if you admit the Christian Bible to be true at that point, then you have to dismiss the Quran.
That's why I want to hug you, because you got it, brother. Help your friend out here who's bailing out the Quran.
Okay, he's got it. He's got this.
You got it, right?
Yeah.
The moment,
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
the moment you quote to me names, that means you're dependent on the Bible. So why does the Quran need my corrupt Bible to bail it out? You see? They need it because number one, for people may not know, the Quran only mentions one woman by name, by the way. Only Mary's mentioned by name. Women are not mentioned. So I tell the Muslims, Ishmael and Isaac, they're the sons of Abraham, right? Yeah. Who are their mothers? They'll tell you Hagar and Sarah. Show me that in the Quran. Where does it say Ishmael's mother is Hagar, Isaac's mother is Sarah? Because if you read the Quran, it says the wife of Abraham, wife, not wives. And if you just have the Quran, you're going to think that Ishmael and Isaac are from the same mother. Show me that in the Quran. I say, show it to me. They can't. Show me where it says Ishmael and Isaac had two different mothers, and show me the names of their mothers. It's not in the Quran. It's not there. I'm not lying. That's why I challenge Muslims. I hope there was a Muslim here. He wouldn't say, oh, well, the tradition. But wait, the tradition comes over 100 years later, and it's getting it from the Jews and Christians. Show me from
So
the
I've
Quran.
heard from watching your streams and Christian Prince and God Logic and others, and so they'll go to places in Isaiah where it says, you know, donkeys and horses is what they're riding on, like Isaiah 22, I believe it mentions. And they'll say, well, they changed that because he used to say donkey, and they knew it was about Muhammad, so they perverted it. And
How could they change a passage?
I don't know. And arguments of Psalm 22, when the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Septuagint,
It says they have pierced my hands and feet.
so they think we time travel to the past to change something that was found in a library in Qumran. And
but my point is, if you say the Bible's been changed, then that means you can't use it to then bail out the Quran, right? How do you know the Quran is the Bible's right when it says their names is Cain and Abel? How do you know that?
So in other words, they have. Selective. They say only certain parts are corrupted, and then certain parts are credible.
Yes. Then you ask them, how do you know? They say, well, the Quran is a criterion. But that begs the question. That assumes the Quran is true. But then the Quran needs the Bible to fill out the details. So you see how vicious a circle it is? Okay, so you're telling me that their name is Cain and Abel, which comes from the Bible, but this is the same Bible you say it's corrupt. So how do you know that part's not corrupt? How do you know their name is Cain and Abel?
So it's the serpent eating its tail.
Yeah. So you guys got it, man. You're ready to debate